Chapter 1 Introduction to C#. C# is one of the languages you can use to create applications that will run in the .NET CLI. It is an evolution of the C and C++ language and have been created by Microsoft specifically to work with the .NET platform. The C# language has been designed to incorporate many of the best features from other languages while clearing up their problem. Developing applications using C# is simpler than using C++ because the language syntax is similar. Still, C# is a powerful language, and there is a little you might want to do in C++ that you can do in C#. Having said that, the feature of C# that parallel the more advanced feature of C++, such as directly accessing and manipulating system memory, can be carried out only by using code marked as unsafe. History: in December 1998, when Microsoft began working on a new development platform, run application and web service. In January 1999, and the Hejlsberg formed team to build a new language at the time called Cool. C, like object-oriented language, Microsoft had considered keep the name Cool. The .NET project was publicly announced at the July 2000 Professional Developer Conference. The language has been renamed C#. The name C# was inspired by musical notation, where C# indicates that the right-hand note should match a semitone higher in pitch. What is the .NET framework? .NET is a programming framework created by Microsoft that developer can develop applications more easier. .NET Framework is a platform that provides tools and technology and need to build a network application as well as distributed web service and web application. The .NET Framework is made up of 4 parts, as shown in Figure 1-1. The Common Language Runtime, a set of class, library, a set of programming language, and the ASP.NET environment. CLI, programming language, usually consists of the both a compiler and runtime environment. The compiler turns the code that write into the executable code that can be run by user. CLI, the runtime environment, provides a set of operating system service to your executable code. .NET class library, developers like to work with code that has already been tested and shown to work, such as the Win32 API, application programming interface, and the FC Microsoft Foundation class library. In the .NET Framework, we have 4 critical components: Common Language Runtime, class library, programming language, such as the C#, Visual C++, VB.NET, JavaScript.NET. And number 4 is ASP.NET. In the .NET framework, we have the system.web. In system.web, we have service UI, system.window.form, design and component mode. System, we have runtime. And system.data, we have ADO and design, actual and actual type. We have system.xml and system.drawing. All those components is in the .NET framework. The .NET framework was designed with three goals. First, it was intended to make Windows application much more reliable while also providing an application with a greater degree of security. Second, it was intended to simplify the development of web app and service that not only work in the traditional sense, but on mobile device as well. Third, the framework was designed to provide a single set of library that would work with the multiple language. Here is the version of Visual Studio and the .NET framework. The latest version of the .NET framework is 4.6.2, released at 2017. C#.NET Processing, Common Intermediate Language (CIL) is the bytecode and language of .NET, which are compiled source code to high-level language. When compile code that use the .NET library, you don't immediately create operating system specific native code. Instead, you compile your code into the Common Intermediate Language (CIL) code. This code isn't specific to any operating system and isn't specific to C#. Assembly. When you compile an application, the Common Intermediate Language code created is stored in an assembly, and assembly includes the both executable application file that you can run directly from Windows without need for any other language. Those have .exe file extension and library, which have a .dll extension for use by other application. Just in time. There is the job of just-in-time JIT compiler, which compiles CIL into the native code that is specific to the OS and machine architecture being targeted. Only this point can the OS execute the application. The just-in-time part of the name reflects the fact that CIL code is compiled only when it is needed. So we are done for introduction to C#. Thank you so much for your watching. Don't forget to subscribe the channel.